edition of Thursday Night Fights. We have a fantastic night of pro wrestling action for you here at the Warehouse in Allentown, including your Thursday Night Fights main event this evening for the 880 Wrestling Championship. The champion, Brandon St. James, defending against Kristian Robinson. But that's not all, because tonight we kick off our Lethal Lottery tournament here on Thursday Night Fights. For those unfamiliar, this is how it goes. It is a 16-team single elimination tournament. Now the teams will be drawn at random through our Lethal Lottery. They can be friends, they can be foes, they can be anything in between, but they will be teaming in this tournament, and it will be going on throughout the weeks here for Thursday Night Fights until one team remains. That team will then face each other in a singles match, with the winner earning a future championship opportunity. It sounds like a big deal, so why don't we kick it off right here, right now on Thursday Night Fights? This is an opening round match in the Lethal Lottery tournament. Now I will direct you to our screens as we draw team number one. Introducing first, team number one, representing the Dead Hand Society, the working class werewolf, Tyler Voxx. His partner, fighting straight from the bar. He is 1/2, 1/3, and 1/4 of the 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Chug Baughman.
Hello, folks, and welcome to Thursday Night Fights. And as our wise Al, Aim, and Peyton introduced, tonight is the first night of 880 Wrestling's Lethal Lottery. And personally speaking, I'm not sure if I'm in the Lethal Lottery, but I do have a first-time tag team partner to my right. From Deathwatch, the Lost Plymark, I'm joined by Johnny Demise.
How you doing, Toddy? I don't know who's actually all in this lottery. I kind of dumped a bunch of names in a bucket and programmed it, and we're going to find out tonight.
You're in this. I saw you.
I am in this. Somewhere. Where? I don't know. I don't know where anyone lands.
Oh, Sammy.
Sammy, okay.
Oh, what?
Well, Sammy's stoked. Let's see if Marco shares that sentiment.
Team number two,
I'm gonna take that as a no.
Accompanied by Billy the Alien and Princess Amanda, the Psychedelic Prince, Sammy Suntheimer. His partner is borderline indecent,
Name's Johnny.
Marco
I just programmed it.
Narciso.
So for our opening contest here, we got Chug and Voxx versus Sammy Suntheimer and Marco Narciso. And I think Marco Narciso was blaming you, Johnny. It's all that sports betting you've been doing.
You know, somehow a randomizer is my fault. That's all right. I'll take that blame. I think it's going to be a fun contest tonight.
Well, something to be said about these two teams. Voxy and Chug, well, they grew up together in the Midwest. They may not be on the same page, but maybe the same alignment. I mean, a lot of the scummy alleys, they both seen the same types of parties. I might give the advantage to a team like Chug and Voxx, but on the opposing side of the ring, you might see some enemies there. But both Sammy and Marco have been tag team champions here at 880 Wrestling.
True. Yeah, and I've faced Voxy and Chug back when they were on the same team at one point. I believe it was in a large tag, but they know how to work together, so it's going to be interesting to see if Sammy and Marco can close that gap. I didn't do anything.
I think. Well, a lot of us are getting the blamed except for me, so that's fine.
That's a first.
But something to say about Tyler Voxx over the many years that he's had in independent professional wrestling. He's had a lot of tag team partners. A lot of folks in that locker room have been on the same side of the coin with Voxx over the course of his career. And I know Death Watch and the Dead Hand Society, they don't really see eye to eye really at this point. So I don't know, would you rather root for Marco or Voxy?
Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and root for Marco solely because Sammy's on that side. And Sammy's a good friend of Death Watch, so I can't drop support for that. I gotta be on Sammy's side here. All right, we see Chug hitting the crowd behind him still.
We also saw Voxy chug a beer with Mr. Chug. And of course, the winner, from what I understand, Johnny, of this lethal lottery tournament with the 16 teams, who's ever the last team standing, those two will fight one-on-one together. So if there's any pent-up animosity, any pent-up aggression that these tag team partners have over the course of the tournament, they could save it all up for the finale. Speaking about saving it all up, a big full package here to Chug.
You know, yeah, if they can make it through this tournament, they have that chance to face each other, take that frustration out on the person you've been working with how many ever matches they make it through. So it's gonna be interesting to see. You know, maybe even some of these teams will decide to stay friends after, or maybe we'll make some mortal enemies.
Nothing like mortal enemies. I have a few.
Yeah, I think everybody has at least a few. Maybe it's one-sided, maybe it's not, but I know I have a few.
That's also interesting that you mentioned that. I mean, but you could sabotage yourself, but not only yourself, but your tag team partner. Maybe you hate your tag team partner so much that you just throw the whole thing.
Which is, it's crazy. I don't know why anyone would ever want to do that and purposely get that L on their card for themselves, but hey, if that's what they want to do.
Stranger things.
That's true. That's definitely going to piss off their tag partner, and I mean, they still got to deal with him in the locker room after the match, so maybe we'll get a backroom brawl.
So you and Brohemoth, your best friend and tag team partner, from what I understand, this came from the womb of Death Watch, this Lethal Lottery tournament.
Yeah, we wanted it. We were trying to come up with ideas, and we had all that money left over from last year's tournament that we got from the betting and the gambling and stuff. And we said, you know what, why don't we bring a little bit of that Death Watch chaos to the entire roster? This is the way we thought we could do that, pairing up a bunch of random people, making it chaos in there, and seeing how they survive. Yeah,
the rundown today, from what I understand, there will be 4 Lethal Lottery tag team opportunities this evening. The professional Paul Michaels, I don't know if you saw him backstage, but he's worried that he may be drawn tonight, so he was supposed to work with me throughout the event this evening, but he's stressed back there.
Yeah, I seen that, and he asked me, and I couldn't give him an answer. Like I said, I just threw a bunch of names in there to get it done and programmed it, and whatever happens, happens. So, hey, maybe Mr. Paul Michaels is in there. Maybe he has to wrestle his first match out here. Who knows? Hopefully that doesn't make him too anxious.
Well, but look at this. Voxy has pulled Chug closer to him, and meanwhile, Sammy and Marco are having a disagreement.
I think Sammy's just asking for a hug.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think so.
You know, at least he has some spirit out.
Well. Took care of that.
I wanted to say at least he had some spirit, but it looks like it just got slapped out of him.
Yeah, but Tyler Voxx has been a tag team champion in several promotions over the course of his career. And big double stomp. Cover. Wait a sec. When Chug yells, I guess you respond, yeah?
I guess so. And, you know, to what you were saying, it's always stressful to see Voxy in there, especially when you're across the ring on him. I've wrestled against Voxy multiple times, and he is always a certain card that you have to worry about in those matches. He's always one of the biggest people we have to deal with every time we deal with
Wait a sec. There was a Chug bump. I think Chug was passing the bump to Voxy, but meanwhile, Sammy Suntheimer, kick low. But with 2 of the 4 of these being former champions here at 880 Wrestling, you think they would put their differences aside, Johnny, as you mentioned before, for that common goal?
You know, I think Sammy's trying. I think Marco is being the playing hard to get out there, to say the least. Marco doesn't like getting along with a lot of people.
Yeah, let's talk about a little bit like that. I mean, Narciso recently lost that TNF championship, or should I say championship, to the champion in training, Elijah Love.
Yeah. And,
big knee.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of anger from Marco, I think, left over from that. I mean, even though I understand that they may have made up for it, I mean, losing a title is never a good feeling, that's for sure. We got everybody down out there.
But as for tag team champions, of course, Chug is a part of Department of Jocks, and via fraternity rule, let's not forget, Chug is also belt gold. Voxy being the only one of the 4 in the ring that has not won gold here. A big leg lariat by Chug, which woke up Voxy.
Yeah. I mean, it is crazy to think that absolutely everybody in that ring has had tag team gold, whether here or elsewhere. So, I mean, it's an interesting competition to see. This really is going to come down to skill and who can put aside their differences.
Well, the working class werewolf certainly has something to prove. Has been a part of 880 Wrestling for quite some time. But wait a sec, Sammy Suntheimer pushes over Marco. That shows some allegiance there, Johnny.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sammy really wants to make this work and make this happen.
Big Death-a-Dill. Wait a sec. Sexy cover. Sammy looking out, and that's it.
Wow, good job, Sammy. Good I don't want to say it, but good
Here
job,
are your winners, and advancing to the quarterfinals, Sammy Suntheimer and Marco Narciso.
All right.
Well, this lottery has been lethal for Chug and Voxy, but former tag team champions separately, Sammy Suntheimer and Marco Narciso, advanced to the quarterfinals.
Yeah. Well, it was actually a great match. Thanks for having me up here.
Johnny, always a pleasure, buddy.
I'm going to pass this off to Austin, and you guys have a good night, and I hope you enjoy the Lethal Lottery.
And as the replay shows there, a big Death-a-Dill to Voxy, lays him clean out after that sexy cover. Sammy Suntheimer and Marco Narciso advance in 880 Wrestling's Lethal Lottery. And a lot of folks seem to be on edge in the locker room, Austin, from what I hear.
A lot of folks. We'll be talking about that more as the night progresses.
Folks, give it up one more time for a valiant effort from Chug Baughman and Tyler Voxx.
Of course, Pittsburgh's favorite Jagoff, Austin Carnes, in his Larry Fitz
As you can
jersey
see,
tonight.
just about anything can happen in the Lethal Lottery. And with that in mind, how about we continue on with another match from that tournament? What do you say? This next match is an opening round match in the Lethal Lottery tournament. Let us draw team number 3.
All right, let's see who's going to be paired up.
Please be Paul, please be Paul, please be Paul.
Oh, Dalton! Dalton Lexicon!
He got his book.
Let's see who Dalton... Wait a sec!
Oh!
Wait!
That is.
Making their way to the ring, fighting out of your local library, professional reader, Dalton Lexicon. His partner, fighting out of Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, Battle Buck, Magnus Knox. They are the Reading Rainbucks.
Well, as luck would have it, for the Reading Rainbucks, they are a formed and actualized tag team here at 880 Wrestling. The advantage that the Reading Rainbucks may have in this Lethal Lottery tournament, Austin, the odds may be on their side. I mean, as a tag team, they have yet to pick up a W, but you have to assume there's not going to be any actualized tag teams that are paired up with one another. But unlike the Reading Rainbucks, let's see who's up next.
And their opponent, let us draw team number 4.
Here we go.
I saw Mitch in there.
Oh, God. Please not him.
Oh, CJ. CJ Monroe.
Big opportunity for the Electric Cowboy. Oh, wow.
Oh, what?
Making their way to the ring, they are the team of Electric Cowboy, CJ Monroe, and his partner, the Fireman, Luca.
Well, Austin, this seems like an interesting team, to say the least. We always talk about CJ Monroe bringing that extra spark, that extra bit of energy, week by week, growing and changing with the elements. And the high flyer, one half of MDMA, Luca.
Yeah, and Luca's not quite with his father here in tag team competition today, but I mean, CJ Monroe and Luca shared the ring before together, so this is going to be an interesting matchup here, but they're going to get up against a team that's already formidable.
Of course, CJ Monroe in recent weeks has been the tag team partner of Salem Grace. So whether it be in singles action or in tag team competition, we've seen the type of energy that CJ Monroe has bringing to Thursday night fights. I mean, Dalton, Lexicon, Magnus, Knox together as a team have been waiting for their first big win, Austin, but an opportunity like that, you would have to give them the competitive advantage to this lethal lottery right now.
Easily. I've been on call for plenty of Reading Rainbucks matches here on Thursday Night Fights, and they've been getting close to finding that win, but still have yet to actually get one. Tonight very well could be their first chance, since they are so far the only actual team to be selected in lethal lottery.
Of course, that big matchup, maybe the biggest match of their young careers, was against the Runway here at the Warehouse. Big release German suplex, and in comes the Fireman. It's an odd night at the Warehouse. I mean, your Cardinals they have to go against Kenny Pickett tonight. Meanwhile, our broadcast commentator partner, professional Paul Michaels, is back there kicking a weight bag, thinking he's going to be selected.
Yeah, I attempted to see him do a push-up on the way out here to call this match, and he could barely get up. So.
Oh, did you see? Yeah,
it was interesting.
Big leg drop there by Luca. Just a 2 count. This and so much more this evening. The 880 championship on the line in our main event. Brandon St. James defense against Kristian Robinson, who's had a week like none other, been a part of GCW against Jermaine Mayberry.
But look at CJ Monroe with the athleticism, delivering that cross body. In comes Lexicon, and Toddy, look, he got his book again.
Oh, well, that answers that question.
He's going to get a paper cut.
Well, that was a big bop to the nose, and as you know, if you get a big bop to the nose, I mean, that's good. Your eyes are going to water. But as you mentioned before, how they've coalesced as a tag team, Austin, before only helped them in that matter. Magnus knew to go over there to throw some shots at.
Yeah, indeed he did, and he's continuing to work on CJ Monroe, who's had a big recent couple months here at 880 Wrestling as Lexicon goes to that quick cover. I mean, we've seen CJ Monroe in the ring with MV Young at one point in time, arguably one of the best matches we've seen of CJ Monroe this far.
Big elbow drop. Speaking of MV Young is here this evening. Will be defending that hybrid championship against the returning Brian Baum. Haven't seen Brian Baum around 880 Wrestling for quite some time. Here comes Magnus Knox, and there's a certain type of aggression to Magnus Knox.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what it is, but whatever it is, Magnus Knox comes in with intensity every single week. And again, we're seeing here that tag team chemistry beginning to play here. Luca's pretty much been a non-factor for the majority of this match.
You know, I think oftentimes at 880 Wrestling, a lot of the tag teams that are put together often feel like a lethal lottery. So their lethal lottery was months ago. Dalton and Magnus got paired up here, and how they're working together, I don't know. It could be helpful. But as we know, the winner of this tournament will go one-on-one against one another, and who wins that singles competition gets to choose a champion that they have to face. Could you imagine if Dalton and Magnus have to face each other at the end of this? It's kind of the opposite for all the other teams. If you have some aggression against your teammate, you save it up. With them, I don't know.
I mean, you said any championship on the line.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows? Maybe the tag titles, maybe one does another favor for their partner if they make it that far.
Maybe one lays down, God forbid, for the other.
So many possibilities here. But look at Monroe again.
Oh! Making his father proud in there is Luca. Oh.
Bye-bye, Magnus Knox.
And again, we talk about Luca all the time. I mean, he's been an experienced in a tag team. He knows to dish the other dude out of there so he could have a one-on-one shot, create some space between Dalton and Magnus. Oh! Standing moonsault, cover, 2. Oh, 2 count.
Getting so close to putting Lexicon away, but Luca with that insane athleticism, and maybe we'll see some tag team chemistry work here with Monroe and Luca. You see Luca propping up Lexicon.
A springboard!
There's that miscommunication.
Yeah, that inexperience as a team have led to a flaw in will it become fatal?
Here we go.
Oh, the reading Rainbucks drive CJ Monroe. Look, he's crumpled up like an accordion, and ring it up, Austin. Buck's over.
Here are your winners, and advancing to the quarterfinals, the Reading Rainbucks.
Well, the lethal lottery proving just that for Luca and CJ Monroe as we look at that driven down on the back of his head. Bucks up big tonight.
And what a win for Reading Rainbucks indeed. Not only their first win in tag team competition, but what better way to have that than here in lethal lottery. This is huge for the Rainbucks.
Well, it's been a big couple of weeks. I mean, they had that competitive match against the Runway, and maybe that help led them to a big victory on TNF.
All I know is this Lexicon's going to be celebrating with that book.
Folks, we got more great tournament action still to come, but I also let you guys know that if you're enjoying the action here tonight, this weekend you can get a double dose of 880 wrestling action. We're going to be over at Penn Brewery in the North Side, 8:30 p.m. for another free wrestling event, and it's going to be MV Young's big birthday bash. It is entirely for free, so you're going to want to be there at Penn Brewery. It's going to be a beautiful night under the stars, and it's going to be fantastic pro wrestling as always, so we hope to see you there. This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Oh, we have a big return on our hands. Emphasis on big.
Oh, big indeed.
The backbone of the Dead Hand Society makes his presence known once again.
Introducing first, representing the Dead Hand Society, fighting out of Space Coast, Florida, this is the Peanut Butter Zombie, Saturn Pride!
And in recent weeks here, Anti-Hero has been absent from 880 wrestling. Of course, Saturn had a concussion, Adrian with a knee injury. The team of Anti-Hero is always rough and tumble. And I'll tell you what, they take a lick and keep on kicking. I guess the only way to keep a zombie down is a brain injury.
What an intimidating force Saturn Price is.
Always has been, always will be. Well, we've seen his son. Wait a sec.
Wait a minute, Toddy, look! We've seen this before from Tonios. Saturn Price doesn't realize.
Big flying crossbody, but he's caught. I mean, he's got to climb up. He's got to climb up a mountain tonight Mount Saturn just catches Tonios. And any type of competitive advantage Tonios has to execute here. And let's be honest here, nobody in this building likes the Dead Hand Society, so we're very happy to see Tonios flying out of nowhere, but Big Saturn got eyes in the back of his head despite being the zombie that he is.
Yeah, and that's just pure size advantage here. Los Tonios is doing a great job at taking it to the big man early. But Price is just too strong, Toddy.
The fun and games are over. Toss like a bag of trash out to the corner, then a big solid boot.
Yeah, we saw Los Tonios attempt that cross-body against fellow Dead Hand Society member Nick Swout a few weeks back as well. So Tonios digging deep back in the bag of tricks.
And as we remember here, Saturn Price was the backbone and the top member of the DHS to take out Remy LeVay. There's been a lot of experience over the years from Saturn Price. Been doing well throughout the Midwest and Naptown Pro. Oh, anti-hero, of course, part of that Dream Dojo. Gives Aaron Daniel Norman the opportunity to heal up and teach the next generation. Anti-hero's, of course, been in there with the best of the 880 tag teams that there are. But right now, in total control, is the Peanut Butter Zombie.
Yeah, poor Los Tonios has been in there against some of the most fierce competitors of 880 wrestling. I mean, last week he was in tag team action with his son, El Luca, but tonight he may have his work cut out for him. But I appreciate the heart of Los Tonios just attempting everything against Saturn Price. But look at this again.
I mean, he's got a heart of a lion, but is he missing some stripes tonight?
Jesus.
Cover 2. Ooh. Fighting from underneath. And sort of to curtail what you had mentioned, Austin, I mean, he's always fighting from underneath. Courage, something very important in independent professional wrestling. Nobody has ever doubted Los Tonios' courage. I mean, they call him Little Big Ultra for a reason. Oh, off the post!
Yeah, but look what Tonios did, Toddy. He caught Saturn Price from behind with an Enziguri. Price is down.
Showing some street smarts, even though he's from another galaxy. Big double knees.
Price is on the outside. He needs to regroup.
Oh, flying through like a missile.
Oh, my God, but Price caught him, Toddy. Oh, no.
Oh, right on the apron. You know, I don't think Saturn Price really takes to a competitor like Tonios, trying to embarrass Saturn Price. The whooping is only going to increase tenfold.
Price is just too big, too strong. This could very well be the beginning of the end for Tonios.
Big goozle. You want to talk about a concussion? Saturn Price is a different animal since his return. And a return to prominence. Very dominant right now is Big Saturn.
Oh, no.
What is this? Oh, God.
Holy hell.
And you're going to need a spatula. That's it. Dominant victory.
Here is your winner, Saturn Price.
You could read the message on Saturn's face. He's back to 880 wrestling. And he's once again taking names.
Taking names like he never left. Saturn Price is just on a whole different level, a whole different planet. Poor Tonio's gonna have to be dragged out here.
Who can stop Big Saturn? Oh.
Folks here in the warehouse, I'll also let you guys know, over here on the far side, we got plenty of 880 Wrestling merchandise that you can pick up here tonight. We got fans, we got foam fingers, we got brand new ball caps, we got stickers as well. So be sure to support 880 Wrestling. Go pick yourself up some merchandise and rep us around Pittsburgh tonight. This next match is an opening round match in the Lethal Lottery Tournament.
Oh, wait a sec. Wait, I thought we were going to go back to the tournament, but awful familiar music. The Eraser's here.
Yeah, Remy LeVay, we were about to go back into our Lethal Lottery, I thought, but it appears that LeVay has something to say.
Well, Saturn Price attempted to take out Remy LeVay for Nick's Wild. I guess those two didn't meet each other through the curtain.
880, I don't mean to interrupt, but I gotta get this off my chest. Nick's Wild, you've been dodging me left and right. You've sent all your goons from the Deadhead Society to try and do your dirty work. But I'm here right now in the center of this ring, 10 toes by myself. So Nick's Wild, get your ass out here right now.
You simply can't kill Remy LeVay, and this has been going on for almost 2 years. The former leader of the Black Hand Society, once the new leader of the Dead Hand Society. Ask and you shall receive, face to face for the first time.
These two have been at each other's throats for quite some time. Nick's Wild all alone as they make their entrance. Very interesting scene we have here, Toddy, on Thursday Night Fights.
Have you ever looked somebody that you tried to kill in their eyes? That's what's going on here.
Don't know if I can relate.
Now, Remy, before you decide to do anything stupid right now, I want you to remember who's in the back. I'm here alone because I don't want anything to happen right now. I have an answer for you, Remy. I have an answer for you. But I need you to listen to me first. Summer 2024. You had just joined the Dead Hand Society. You were the Black Hand Society. You're on your way to an 880 championship match against Reese Hayes. And then leading into that, on a TNF, we fought each other for the very first time. And that night you beat me, and you beat sense into me, Remy. So much sense that I turned my back on my best friend at the time just so you could end his historic reign as the longest 880 wrestling champion in this company's history. I helped you because I believed in Remy LeVay. And you believed in me so much that you invited me into the fold of the Black Hand Society. You were there for me every time I tripped and fell to build me back up. And when I had the crazy idea that maybe the Black Hand Society had finally run its course, I came to you because you were the only person I trusted with that information, and you believed in me, and you believed in that vision. And you put so much confidence into me that it led to me winning my first 880 championship last year at the barbecue, the same exact event where you won yours. And you hoisted me on your shoulders, and you told me 1,000,000 times over that night how proud you were of me. And I felt it, and I believed it. And then we moved from the shop to the warehouse, and Remy LeVay became scarce. You weren't here Thursday after Thursday. You weren't here when we needed you, and you weren't there the night that I bled inside of a steel cage and lost that championship to Brandon St. James. You weren't there to lift me back up, Remy. So I knew that Remy LeVay had run his course. It was time to put you down. I mean, for God's sakes, Remy, I saved you from the retirement home of the Black Hand Society. I saved you. I gave you another life in this business after the company that you started with, the company you trained at. They don't even call you anymore. When's the last time you heard from IWC, Remy LeVay? It's been a minute, hasn't it? But I believed in Remy LeVay, and I knew that you needed to be put down with mercy, and I tried, but you just wouldn't stay away. Shut the fuck up. You shut up. This is my company. This is my ring. Remy LeVay, you want me? You got me. August 20th, Super TNF, right here at the warehouse, on one condition. If I win, I get your career.
What?
Whoa. Did I hear that right, Toddy?
I don't think.
Next! You want my career? I want a fucking street fight. August 20th, right fucking here, Remy LeVay versus Nick's Wild. I'll put my fucking career on the line. What do you say?
Well, Remy LeVay has proven to be the fever that the Dead Hand Society, specifically the Black Sheep Nick's Wild, can't sweat out. Remy LeVay, Nick's Wild, for Remy LeVay's career, August 20th, Super TNF, right here at the Warehouse, Austin.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like that is set for August 20th here at the Warehouse. High stakes,
My
to say the
goodness.
least. And a lot of bad blood. You're going to want to be there. Now, this next match is an opening round match in the Lethal Lottery Tournament. Let us draw now team number 5.
Man, with a heavy heart, the last match of Remy LeVay. I've known Remy for years, but I guess we have to refocus.
A lot of names are in here. Who's it going to be? Could be anybody, Toddy.
Tatiana,
Okay.
former TNF champion.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Bucks.
Wait, Big Dev?
Oh.
Making their way to the ring, the team of the Unwilting Tatiana. And he is 1/2, 1/3, and 1/4 of the IndyWrestling Tag Team Champions, Dev Swayze.
The team of Swayzeana here, tagging for the first time. Tatiana being a former TNF champion and a current tag team champion is Dev Swayze. And the spirits with this team, Austin, seem to be elevated.
Yeah, this tag team right here definitely seems like one I could get behind. Dev Swayze, of course, one of your 880 tag team champions. And Tatiana, who's representing the Pirates tonight. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, the Pirates sorely need a starting pitcher. I mean, Tatiana's available.
And their opponents. Let's draw team number 6.
Wait,
Oh no. Oh. Well, I may sense some friction. Oh, good God, him?
Wait, what the hell?
Ah, poor Shotgun gonna be with this loser.
Making their way to the ring, they are the team of the Smoke Seeker, Shotgun Adams, and his partner.
What is Mitch doing to Eamon?
What does...
Mitch just gave Eamon a card.
Mitch can be very demanding.
His partner. Introducing the man who does intros better than me, the tub of goo.
Oh.
The man who sent some guy named John packing and is the reason Leader by Example are no more.
That was GME.
He is 880's generational prospect, the Intern, Mitch.
Well, once again, it looks like we're preparing for a flood. Alfalfa on the same team of Shotgun Adams, and this has got to be a living nightmare for Shotty.
Yeah, I feel horrible for Shotgun Adams. And what about that card that he gave Eamon, the amount of grammatical errors in there?
Well, Eamon is a professional. He's our wise owl. I'm sorry, Eamon. I'm so sorry. I also apologize to Merlin, too. So this lottery of ours has pinned Shotgun Adams in the same ring as Tatiana. I don't know if I want to see this in this fashion.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to either, Toddy. I mean, they both seem to be in good spirits, aside from Shotgun having to deal with Mitch, but that's neither here nor there. There we go.
Well, I guess this answers the question about the pants wearing, I suppose.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. He kind of looks like a living, breathing ventriloquist doll in some way. I mean, with less clothing, of course.
I'd love to see Jeff Dunham use Mitch as a little doll.
I don't want to see Jeff Dunham at all. But be that as it may, I mean, in the short term, intern Mitch has accomplished a lot here at 880 Wrestling, but a lot of it has been under the tutelage of some guy named John, the one that he claims that he ran him out of here. Well, John was actually carried out of here, but be that as it may.
Yeah, if my memory serves me correctly, I could have sworn it was Johnny Michael Enrico had something to do with that.
Oh! But I will give Mitch this. I don't want to give him too much credit, Austin, but Mitch does take a licking, and, well, he keeps on ticking. And even every clock, every busted clock is right, what, twice? Is that the whole saying? I can't tell time or read.
I don't know.
I can't do anything, actually. Oh, fall away slam. I'm still trying to find something I'm good at. Failing. Anywho, Big Dev Swayze now taking control. A big boot to the corner.
Mitch is just taking a pure punishment right now.
Go through from Tatiana. You know, it's been quite some time since Tatiana has held gold here at 880 Wrestling, so this could be an opportunity for her.
Absolutely, it could be a great chance for Tatiana to bring home some gold. Again, of course, the winning team will go one-on-one with each other to determine which championship they will choose. And I mean, imagine if Dev Swayze even won. He could have 2 titles by the end of this.
Oh, flying cross body from the basement cover. 2 count, can't talk either. None of those.
It's okay, Toddy, at least you're not in there like Mitch right now. You know, I gotta feel bad for Shotgun Adams. He has to just stand there and watch this.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very conflicted if I was Shotgun Adams. Obviously here, if he has the ability to keep Mitch in line, eventually Shotgun could have a one-on-one match with Mitch. But,
I mean, Shotgun just politely asked Tatiana, can you just cut that out? Personally, I would have liked to see more, honestly.
oh, that's what I was about to say. I mean, if Shotgun could keep Mitch in line, they win a couple matches. Maybe this lethal lottery, Shotgun and Mitch, they win this whole thing, and then Shotgun could beat the crap out of Mitch and then choose Tati as his tag team partner for the championships. But, I mean, I don't know that this is their first dance. It certainly won't be their last. But behind the back of Shoddy, in comes Mitch.
Oh, breaking up the Dancing with the 880 Stars. Come on, Mitch.
Pale as the moon is a circle. Mitch is begging off of Shotgun Adams here. Wait a second. Oh.
Near miscommunication. Mitch just ran right into Tatiana's boots. I mean, I don't exactly know if that's what Shotgun Adams was drawing up there, but I mean, you know he definitely was okay with it.
All thanks to Death Watch this whole thing is for.
I'm about to place a bet on this. Can commentators bet?
Well, this isn't the NFL, so we won't be suspended for, I don't know, our careers. Oh, boy.
Put him in his place, Shotgun.
Meanwhile, Dev is over there minding his P's and Q's like a good boy.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's what happened when Mitch gets involved in a couple.
Wait a sec. Tati with the cover. Oh.
I mean, Shotgun has to break it up. I mean, Shotgun is Mitch's tag partner in this case, but wait a minute. Mitch!
Oh. Big back elbow. I would be afraid if I were Mitch. My goodness. I mean, this is difficult for Shotgun in a couple of different ways. Seeing Tatiana getting choked by Mitch.
Yeah, that's what the Lethal Lottery does, unfortunately. It puts odds on end here. Sometimes you're against your rival, sometimes you're against your friends. In this case, sometimes you're against your partner. Oh!
Here in the headset, that Paul is requesting an ice bath after the show today.
Oh, boy.
He's training really hard for this Lethal Lottery thing. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's picked. Maybe there is some substance to his madness. Usually, though, I will admit, between you and I, there isn't.
I mean, I threw out the idea of us two being a team in this. I thought that would have been cool.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be real cool for sure.
Can you imagine we bring home one for the commentators?
Can you imagine? Oh. My money's on Eamon.
Can't disagree there.
Eamon's picked?
Here comes Dev, though.
Well, Dev has been on the outside, Austin, for the majority of this matchup. 1/4 of the tag team champions. Oh, well, commentators curse, a big clothesline.
I mean, Dev's had the best seat in the house for the majority of this match. Oh! Here comes Adams.
Sec looking for, oh! A plex that's almost perfect on the back of Dev Swayze, but Shotgun, wait a second.
Oh, come on. Shotgun was cooking up, and now Mitch.
Yeah, he was in a linebacker, oh boy. Shotgun was in a linebacker pose, but he has had enough.
I mean, do you blame him?
Oh!
Oh!
And there's a cover by Dev in a, wait a sec.
No, it's only a 2 count. Shotgun Adams is on his way out of here.
Well, I think Dev raised the arm. And there we go. There's an exclamation mark on that sentence.
No.
No. Oh, no, he kicked out, Austin. He kicked out. Oh, goodness.
There's still so much fight left in Mitch.
Oh, man.
So much. Come on, Mitch. Maybe this time you got him. Maybe third time's the charm.
Big choke slam sky high, and it's D-O-J on top. Swayze wins it.
Here are your winners, and advancing to the quarterfinals, the team of Tatiana and Dev Swayze.
Well, I'll tell you what, with that big sit-at choke slam, my pick for this Lethal Lottery, Dev and Tatiana look pretty good in there. They even hugged.
It's hard to disagree with you on that, Toddy. I mean, the chemistry has been there. They brought the energy up. The vibes are here. I'm on board with Team Dev Swayze and Tatiana.
Swayze advances to the quarterfinals. Okay.
Oh,
boy, did he just...
Just walked into the post. Send his ass back to Edinburgh.
Is that where he's from?
That's what I heard.
He went to art school?
Yeah, I don't know his
Folks, who's
resume.
ready for some more wrestling?
I went to art school too. We didn't hang out.
This next match is your fourth and final opening round match in the Lethal Lottery Tournament. Now, let us draw team number 7.
Please say TR. Please say TR.
Oh, you want TR?
Yeah, I do.
TR and Paul, let's go.
Oh. Kersch. Oh, wait. This actually makes sense somehow.
Making their way to the ring, they are the team of the Big Scourge, Adrian Kersch, and the Scumdog, DBeat Cooper.
Well, I'll tell you what, Austin, there's some commonalities between these two. They slept tonight in a tent for sure. My boy DB Cooper was born with a chair in a hand and a beer in the other. And it may not be beer in that flask of Adrian Kersch, but it is alcohol.
I don't know how to say this, Tony, but you're right. This works somehow, some way. DB Cooper, Adrian Kersch. This is going to be great.
I mean, they don't seem to really like each other, but maybe a bond will form. I like this team.
This might be my pick, honestly.
Really? Huh.
And their opponents. Let us now draw team number 8.
Now, this is fun. This very well could be my pick right here.
Oh, it's our hardcore champion.
I might need to take my previous comment back.
Oh!
Oh,
It's the Motion Man!
you got all the motion.
Making their way to the ring, they are the team of the 880 Wrestling Hardcore Champion, the Muay Thai Maniac, the Shoot Psychopath, KC Warr! His partner is 1/2, 1/3, and 1/4 of the 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions. This is the man with the motion, the muscle, Micky Morris!
Well, as we know here, as a part of 880 Wrestling Sniper Take the Shot, KC Warr went one-on-one with Micky Morris, a Brillo box. I mean, maybe Micky Morris learned a few of KC Warr's tricks over that time, but I mean, there is a certain intimacy to professional wrestling. Just a week after they're beating the tar out of one another, they're on the same side.
Yeah, they go from going one-on-one against each other without a ring to teaming with one inside.
Of course, KC Warr, part of the first tag team of 880 Wrestling, the Fourth Line, who are multi-time tag team champions. Micky Morris, currently a tag team champion. I don't know, I like this team of KC and Micky.
Two interesting teams for sure. I mean, two polar opposites, honestly, when it comes to Micky Morris and KC Warr, but I could surprisingly see that working.
You know, sometimes people who sit at opposite lunch tables have more in common than you would think. Of course, DB Cooper wasn't in class much, so I don't know if that really refers to him.
You know what? That makes sense because I sat at the same lunch table as Carl, so that actually makes sense.
Boy, yeah. Oh, big straight rights by Micky Morris. In this case, by rights, but be that as it may. Against the ropes. Oh, big shoulder tackle. Kip up.
Oh.
That's why they call him the man with the motion, but right now, the grit and toughness of DB Cooper.
Yeah, quick cover by Cooper.
Of course, DB Cooper at the end of the month will be a part of an event at Club Pittsburgh, going one-on-one with Salem Grace in no ring action. DBeat Cooper, part of Ruggapalooza 2, sponsored by 880 Wrestling. He's the scum dog of Amarillo. And speaking about scum, the people's favorite scummy individual, Adrian Kersch. Oh, left his shoes at your mama's house.
Clearly didn't. He's still standing in there. Not taken out yet by Casey Warr. Bit of a stalemate each time.
Well, Casey Warr, of course, is tried and true, battle-tested like few other here at 880. Oh. Kind of like two Rams in there. Wait a sec, car collision.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, we've been seeing that extra intensity from Casey Warr as of late. I mean, multiple hardcore matches over the last few months, most recently against Gory. Casey Warr has been taking it up a notch each and every single week here on TNF.
Yeah, and what we saw of Gory in that one-on-one opportunity for the Hardcore Championship, I mean, we had to drag Gory's limp body out of here.
Yeah, but they may have found a weak spot already on Casey Warr. Official was distracted with Micky Morris, and right now it's just Kersch on one-on-one with KC.
Yeah, maybe Kersch and Cooper have found their commonalities here.
And I mean, sometimes they say too, like your rival ends up becoming a better friend as well. I mean, earlier tonight we saw Marco and Sammy, who once upon a time was one-on-one with each other, found a win. So who knows? Maybe Casey and Micky can do the same thing.
Micky with a cheeky tag cover. Ooh, 1 count.
Wow.
But I mean, people forget Adrian Kersch has been with 880 Wrestling since the Dottie Block era. There's nobody in the locker room quite like Kersch that also kind of smells like Kersch. That's sort of a custom 1 out of 1.
I don't know, DBeat might be up there too.
That's true, but it is a different fragrance for sure.
Yeah, same section, but different style. I got you.
Oh, telegraphed that senton a little bit. Player coach Casey Warr offering some advice from the corner.
Morris's back might be weak after that. Kersch immediately into a sleeper hold. Oh, but look at DBeat.
Wait a sec, that leaves Kersch rolled out of the ring, leaving Micky in there by himself.
And Micky all alone.
Oh, God!
Oh.
That's why they call him the man with the motion.
Oh, but watch out, KC got knocked off the apron by DBeat right into his own tag partner.
Well, I would have to ask Deathwatch, what are the rules if both teams are counted out? Is that just an automatic advancement for one of the other teams? Well, be that as it may, DBeat Cooper, the scum dog of Amarillo, taking control of this.
Yeah, they found a weak spot. They were able to take Casey out of the equation momentarily and be able to work against Micky Morris, the less experienced of the two.
Let's not forget, DBeat Cooper hangs around in TFC, Total Fucking Chaos. He's used to some goofy goons behind him. That's kind of his specialty, goofy goons.
What the fuck? Oh, gosh.
You talk about, Austin, you said before, wait a second, quick cover here.
This may do it.
Oh, just a 2 count. You said sometimes maybe in a lethal lottery, your enemies are your tag team partners that could become friends. Well, what if, I don't know, dare I say, you and Paul get picked together?
I mean, if we get picked together, I don't think Paul exactly wants to be in there. I might be able to dish out a Carnsbreaker or two, but outside of that, we're probably first-round exits. If I have to be 100% honest with you. I give both teams in this ring right now a better chance than us. Maybe you and Eamon could be a team. Who knows?
Me and Eamon could be a team?
Yeah, why not?
That could be a fun idea. No, he's already said no. So
we tried, Eamon.
Yeah. Right now, Micky Morris, the warehouse behind the Motion Man.
Wait, this would be a big win for DBeat and Kersch. If you think about it too, Toddy. Not only would they advance and have a championship opportunity, but what if you pin the hardcore champion in Casey Warr, or 1/2, 1/3, and 1/4 of the 880 tag team champions in Micky Morris?
Yeah, Kersch and DBeat have not held gold at all here at 880 Wrestling. And to your point, to your credit, Austin, if DBeat and Kersch are able to defeat Warr and Morris tonight, that's gotta make them feel better as they advance. I mean, with Casey being the backbone, some say, of the Steel City Killers in 880 Wrestling, maybe their hardest competition will be in this first round. You get through these two, sky's the limit.
Yeah, right now that's looking like a positive outcome if they continue what they're doing to Micky Morris.
I mean, DBeat seems to be more happy about this partnership than Kersch.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they're not fully on the same page, Toddy.
Well, they were for a second, but maybe too much scum for one camera frame. I mean, they can't really. I thought Micky was about to split up the fight between them to get them on the same page. But Micky now taking out Kersch, taking out DBeat, chopping down the tree. Woo-hoo-hoo! Learned something from Lee Moriarty, did Micky Morris.
Indeed he did, but now he needs to make a tag. Casey Warr once in this match. So does Kersch. Can Micky make the tag?
Casey's been on the apron for quite a long time. The fresh hardcore champion, duck under. Oh my God!
Holy hell!
Big axe handle. Super kick.
And Casey Warr taking it to both Kersch and DBeat right now. Over and round he goes. Oh my goodness!
Goodness!
Yeah, it took his damn head off.
Now, as we mentioned, the winner of the Lethal Lottery, that tag team will face each other one-on-one, and they will be able to select which champion they want to go against. And I'll tell you what, Casey Warr, hardcore champion, there's only one other singles champion, and it's his best friend.
Great to see a less censored version of Casey here on TNF.
Cover. Oh, that slight hesitation.
Yeah, I don't know if Casey quite had the shoulder down properly. Maybe if he did in time, that could have been very much it for both Micky and Casey. But now they're looking to inflict more damage, perhaps. Oh, look at that combo. Sling blade. Casey with the extra assist.
Just a 2 count. I thought that was it.
I was ready to ring the bell.
More punishment. I'm surprised that Casey could be so close to that foot. Wait a sec.
Yeah, Casey has a submission locked in on Kersch, but DBeat doing one as well.
Well, DBeat said, you let go, I'll let go.
Well, that wasn't wise. Slap for slap as submissions are both locked in.
Staking their claim. Oh, wait! Casey goes down.
Yeah, Casey took a bit too much time. DBeat was able to deliver the right hand. Now helping his tag team partner back up.
Who's legal at this point? I mean, we definitely know Lefty is.
This is all mayhem. I'm pretty sure it's Casey and Kersch, if I'm not mistaken. But wait, DBeat has a chair.
Well, wait a sec. That's gonna, yeah, I was gonna say, a DQ would eliminate the two of them.
Yeah, and Kersch realized that. Kersch was like, no, if you want to advance in Lethal Lottery, you can't use this chair. But wait a minute!
Oh, my goodness! Thank you, Deathwatch. Well, this partnership lasted all about, what, 10 minutes?
Not even.
Oh!
Spinebuster from Morris.
And Morris and Warr, formidable opponents right now.
Oh, what an elbow!
And Casey and Micky win!
Here are your winners! Advancing to the quarterfinals, the team of Micky Morris and Casey Warr!
and one-on-one at the Brillo box to tag team partners tonight. There's that instant replay of that big elbow to the gut. It's going to wrap things up as Casey and Micky Morris advance.
What a hell of a Lethal Lottery tournament. Toddy, I'm going to head backstage for a little bit, just in case if any of our names happen to get called, but I'm going to pass it over to one of our other broadcast colleagues who appears to be ready to go in full gear.
Athletic shorts, very interesting. So I'm joined by the professional Paul Michaels, and I'm not gonna lie, you're sweating bullets over here. How hard were you training for the Lethal Lottery backstage?
Oh, it's not training, more like stress. It's like it's an anxious. It's a thing. I sweat.
Is that your wrestling gear?
Well, folks, we have our first four
guess.
quarterfinalist teams for the Lethal Lottery tournament. There will be more tournament action in the coming weeks here on Thursday Night Fights. Be here every single week here at the warehouse. Now is the time in the show where we give some thank yous to some of the great crew here at 880 Wrestling that make this show happen each and every Thursday. We love to give the shout outs to them and their unsung heroes of this company. But now that I think about it, I kind of want to do things a little differently tonight.
A little
if you guys
different
can
roll
bear
call.
with me. Where's Justin at?
Justin's right here.
Everyone say hi to Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Justin's been a part of our crew for a good while now as a part of Sidekick Media Services. Amazing camera person, has been working great on our production. Tonight is actually Justin's last night with us here tonight at 880 Wrestling. He's going on to bigger and better things. He's going to graduate school over in Atlanta. We're so excited for him. So everyone right now, give a big round of applause for Justin.
Hold on, Paul. I have to see a man about a zebra.
Zebra?
We love you, Justin, from all of us here at the 880 Wrestling family. I also want to give another special shout out here tonight over onto our commentary team. Everyone knows Pittsburgh's favorite jagoff, Austin Carnes, right? Well, Austin has a very special achievement because we are coming up on 4 years of his hit show, Two Jagoffs. Give it up for Austin, everybody. Two Jagoffs is an amazing program. We love everything that Austin does. And actually, Austin, this crowd has wanted to celebrate with you, but there's actually somebody else that wants to celebrate with you real quick. Everybody! I also should mention that on Saturday, Austin's actually going to interview some legends over at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So Austin does some big things around here in the Pittsburgh area. He's a total pro, and we love him. So one sport for Austin Carnes. I also want to shout out our other commentary team members for this evening. Luckily, as of tonight, avoided the Lethal Lottery. I know he was a little worried, but give it up for professional Paul Michaels.
We survived. The lottery was kind to
And
me.
of course, how can I forget the voice of 880 Wrestling? Give it up for Toddy Tondera!
I can't see anything. Thank you. Sorry you weren't invited to that, Paul.
I want to shout out over on sound to give it up for the emotional support twink, Lane Alexander, for pumping up the music as always. Fantastic job, Lane. Our lighting crew, Zane and Aaron, the Woods family, they do fantastic work here at 880 Wrestling. Our referee for this evening, Tony Leo, Scotty Davidson. They do fantastic work as well as always. Very thankless job. I want to thank our sponsors, Laspada Contracting and Landscaping, Arnold Glass and Vape, Three Floyds Brewing. There are some great companies here in Pittsburgh, and we're so glad to have them in the family as well. And last but not least, my name is Eamon Payton. Thank you all for allowing me to host this evening. Now, who here is ready of our first of 2 championship matches for this evening? This match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Hybrid Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship.
You know what they say, Paul, boys will be boys. Sorry, we're having a boy moment.
Yeah, well, no need to apologize. I mean, I got enough beer splashed onto me that I felt like I was part of it anyway.
Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of New York City. This is the Thicky Time Bomb, Brian Baughman.
Switching gears here, we have a big return to 880 Wrestling. Thicky Time Bomb, Brian Baughman, here at the warehouse.
Big return to 880 Wrestling here for Brian Baughman, and a big opportunity looming as well, as he's competing for the Hybrid Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
And his opponent.
Of course, big week last week for the Hybrid champion. Had a wrestling feud, in quotes, with psychedelic prince Sammy Suntheimer at Salsa Slam that boiled over until Sniper take the shot at Brillo Box. And tonight, putting the gold on the line.
Industry Street, a.k.a. the Warehouse, by way of the shop at 880 Dotty Block. He is Pittsburgh made, Pittsburgh paid, and internationally laid. He is the current reigning and defending Hybrid Heavyweight Champion, the King of Pittsburgh,
one-on-one with a championship on the line. Referee Tony Leo will be your official for this contest. Paul, you can take some of the weight out of your shoulders. There's no more lethal lottery matches, well, at least tonight.
What do you mean at least not tonight?
They're over for tonight. They will be resuming next Thursday. Of course, there's 16 teams.
There's more?
There's more. Yes, there's far more. Far more. So, I guess keep the conditioning up? I don't know.
Well, my gear is just covered in alcohol now, so I'll have to rethink that for next week. But
well, look, a lot of them don't wash their gear. Just a quick brother, so I don't know.
Is that true? See, this is why I shouldn't be in the tournament. I don't know anything about it. I don't
well,
know,
nobody
I
says
don't know
you
the
are,
etiquette. I don't know anything.
Nobody says you are or not in the tournament.
Well, that's my problem. I wish somebody would just tell me I'm not.
That's correct. It is your problem. But meanwhile, in the ring, jockeying for position, the champion and the challenger. Headlock here. Bit of a similar build between these two. I mean, they've wrestled in the same haunts. You heard that Brian Baughman from New York put a big senton.
Yeah, Baughman's definitely a staple out there in the New York area. But again, no stranger to Pittsburgh and 880 Wrestling and that umbrella.
Yeah, what do you think of Brian Baughman? This is the first opportunity you had to see him up close.
So I'm certainly impressed. It certainly will be a big-time challenger here for the Hybrid Championship. So
yeah, it's a big night. with the Lethal Lottery, 2 championships on the line. Of course, MV Young's birthday bash at Penn Brewery this Saturday. Did you get your invite for that?
I'm not invited to that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. You're not in the group chat. Oh, ugh. Oh, big slap across the chest. I think the champion telling referee Tony Leo to swallow that whistle. But wait a sec. Have a seat, Brian Baum. Oh! Apologies aren't going to work when there is gold on the line, and with a boosh of a collision, a big punch to the face of Brian Baum.
Almost back into that giant fan back there.
We have a couple fans here tonight, I would say. Oh, you meant, oh, I see. The wind creator, yes, yeah. Oh! Big shot to the back. But this might be wise for Brian Baum. Maybe on the outside of the ring, that wouldn't be as far as what he could focus on, but inside the ring is the only way that a championship could change hands, and right now, Baum in full control. You know, from the haunts of Battle Club Pro, from T2T Brooklyn, several assets of Brian Baum. One of them being the obvious asset, which is, yes, coming up next here. Oh, right to the face. I think what Brian Baum's attempting to do here, Paul, is suck the energy from the room. Wait a second, cover here. A man of the people is MV. You take the people away from MV, maybe you take the championship next.
Certainly, and there's beginning to be kind of an uncomfortable air in the room here while Brian Baum is in control of the champion.
Cover, just a 2 count. I think it might be wise for Brian to stay on top of him. They're playing with his food a little bit here. Too easy. Well,
famous last words there, as MV getting himself back into the matchup with that big forearm.
All down to the canvas now is MV, double axe handle. You know, 880 Wrestling is someplace with no salary cap, no bottom of the basement. Everybody has the same opportunity as one another. But what you take with that opportunity, what you take with the no ceilings attitude, you get competitors like Brian Baum attempting to step up to the plate against our champions here.
And MV Young is such a fighting champion, especially as it pertains to to the hybrid title. It's basically at this point, I think he'll take on pretty much anybody that asks. In recent weeks, we've seen him compete in 7-person matches,
yes,
and 5-person matches. I mean, he's probably relieved to just have a one-on-one title defense.
I mean, to your point, Paul, I mean, there was no ring at all at Brillo Box for what the champion has to have gone through that night at Sniper Take the Shot. Of course, MV Young defended the Fest Wrestling Championship. Oh, big cannonball into the corner. I'll pull him to the center. Oh, wait a sec. Wait, jack that cover too. And, catching MV Young by surprise might help out the challenger. Big clothesline, just a 2 count. Of course, as Brian Baum continues to make their mark on the independent scene, they're well-traveled. And, I think Brian Baum is looking to make his bag a little heavier. If you are the champion, as folks say, Paul, I mean, that's a little bit more of a payday from different establishments. Maybe the next haunt that Brian Baum goes to, they will see as a decorated champion in multiple states. Cover 2, and let's not forget, this title is from Hybrid Championship Wrestling in Canada. This will make him effectively, Brian Baum, an international star, no?
You'd certainly have to argue that, but yeah, we've got a Pittsburgher and a New Yorker here fighting for a Canadian championship, and yeah, the opportunities that come along with that again. To maybe head overseas. It's probably rough to get that through customs, though. What is happening?
Well, that's not going to make it through customs, whatever that was. Well, it's a party for Brian Baughman, and referee's going to swallow the whistle too. And oh goodness, as close as it gets. That party confetti into the eyes of the champion. Advantage to the challenger.
I thought we were still 2 days away from the birthday party. Apparently.
Well, every day's a party here at 880 Wrestling as Brian Baughman goes to the second rope. Nothing in the pool, which there will be at the party.
Pool?
In a big Pittsburgh plunge, training camp now open, and the younger taker booshes another one.
Here is your winner, and still hybrid heavyweight champion, MV Young.
Well, he's going to walk into his birthday still a double champion, but what a great effort from Brian Baughman.
Brian Baughman certainly making an impression here among some of the fans that, quite frankly, might be seeing him in action for the first time here at the warehouse. But still the King of Pittsburgh, still the hybrid champion, and about to turn another year older. MV and I could take the whole Lethal Lottery.
Well, yeah, maybe MV can, you're right, yeah.
If that was my partner, I think I'd be all right.
Folks, you've been an amazing audience all night long. But do you got one more in ya? Who's ready for our main event of the evening? I think you can do a little better than that. Who is ready for our main event of the evening? It is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the 880 Wrestling Championship.
Another big return on the horizon.
Good morning, ladies.
Mouth the words along with us if you want.
I'm sorry, it's been a rough night. I don't really feel like
it. Of course, Kristian Robinson. Hell of a week for Kristian Robinson coming into this championship opportunity. Been in there recently with Rick Swan over at GCW against Jermaine Mayberry. This young man is simply lifting off quite the specimen. And his opponent are a champion as rough as tumble as they come, fresh off a steel cage defense of that 880 championship.
I certainly want to talk to you about that particular title defense because, I mean, we certainly saw Brandon St. James take possibly more punishment than we've seen him take in 880 wrestling at the behest of Jamie Jameson. And I'm concerned about maybe the long-term effects of that match on where Brandon St. James is right now. Like, can he truly be 100% coming out of that match and some of the brutality within it?
To your point, he may be less than 100%, but that's the type of toughness, that's the type of grit that 880 Wrestling produces. You show up and do what you can every week. Fresh off a cage match, he's back out here defending the 880 championship. Has he bitten off more than he can chew? Maybe. But he could also spit. Our in-ring introductions by Eamon Payton.
Your referee for this contest, Scotty Davidson. Introducing first, to my left, the challenger. He is the Kobe Bryant of 880 Wrestling and the real skater boy of this shit. This is the psychedelic psychonaut, Kristian Robinson. And his opponent, to my right, fighting out of New Jersey by way of the south side of Pittsburgh. He is the current reigning and defending 880 Wrestling champion. This is the gutter phenomenon, Satan's favorite saint, Brandon St. James.
Now, of course, these two know each other quite well. They grew up together. These two have been homies for a long, long time. In the early days of 880 Wrestling, these two met one-on-one in our Dottie Block era. One of our first big events with 880 Wrestling. Brandon St. James was victorious over Kristian Robinson. Of course, in this warehouse era, they've also met again, and Brandon St. James was victorious yet again. But dare I pose the question, I don't know that there are many professional independent wrestlers who have been victorious in a one-on-one match against Kristian Robinson 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I think when you get to a third match in a series, no matter how much time takes place in between those matches, I mean, you learn so much about your opponent. You begin to understand, you begin to anticipate different things. You learn so much, and sometimes the person who loses a match honestly learns more than the person who wins the match. So this is a Kristian Robinson who has something to prove, specifically against Brandon St. James, to prove that St. James doesn't have Robinson's number.
And even if you talk to K-Rob himself, he said that he is on a personal journey. He has reached his highest peaks in the past couple of years in independent wrestling. He's on another level. Will that next level assist him here to gain singles gold? Because if there's one thing about Kristian Robinson, I don't see gold around his waist right now. I mean, first step is championship gold. Second stop is not losing his vape. And I think we're closer to number 1, believe it or not, than number 2.
Seems reasonable enough to me. And again, even though it's been a few weeks since we've seen Kristian Robinson here at the warehouse here in 880, again, he's been taking on a who's who of independent wrestlers. You mentioned competing at a GCW event. Also had a match against Rich Swann that had a couple relatively viral clips go out of it. And again, just the things that Kristian Robinson does in the ring we're seeing on display right here. He is a human highlight reel.
Yeah, they're unteachable and sometimes undefendable as well. Oh. We have yet another standoff between these two long-term friends. Oh, wait a sec. We've seen BSJ be peaceful to Kristian Robinson. Not for that broken trust there, that broken handshake. Up and over. Oh, spinning back forearm. Oh, caught Kristian by surprise. Release German suplex into the corner. And we talked about that steel cage match, of course, recently down with JJ Escobar's POR in Timberville. Is BSJ landing on his feet, picked up a big victory over Kevin Chaos there. Multi-states, multi-countries, also the Canadian Deathmatch No Ring champion, big flying cross body. 2, 1.5, 2.
Again, Brandon St. James is the type of guy, he doesn't do anything halfway. I'm not sure he even does anything 90% of the way. I mean, you talk about the sorts of violence that he exposes himself to, the steel cage matches here. Those death matches, part of the death match circuit. I mean, taking that amount of punishment, here and on the road, it takes its toll.
Step up enziguri, if that's what you can call it, from the skater boy. Now, Robinson is going to keep rolling into the corner. Oh! Big senton, cover. 2 count. This one's going to continue. Could third time be a charm for Kristian Robinson.
Again, just a reminder, this match is for the 880 championship. This is not an eliminator match. This is not for a future championship opportunity. If Kristian Robinson gets the 3 count or even a submission here with the ankle lock locked in, he is the new 880 champion.
Wise rope break taken there by BSJ. They're looking for that deadlift. Wait a sec. Switching gears into a submission. BSJ is trapped in the center of the ring. And you've seen all the welts on his body that Jamie Jamison created. Maybe Kristian Robinson is attempting to pick BSJ up piece by piece.
I don't know if they'll be permanent scars, but they still are visible, at least as of today.
Big body blows, big shots to the face now with those forearm shivers. And I think gold is what Robinson needs to truly prove himself in independent wrestling. You mentioned before, he's a human highlight reel. He's had matches with some of the top contenders of all independent wrestling. But he needs singles gold to stake his claim to indie wrestling. And that's part of the reason why you see K-Rob so much here in Pittsburgh. This is a melting pot of experiences, of different styles of wrestling. And Kristian Robinson is looking to master them all.
And yeah, I agree. I think championships legitimize you in a way that, viral clips don't necessarily.
2 count. Yeah, there's a lot of glamour to maybe the view counts on Kristian Robinson's reel. That when he goes to sleep at night, is there a championship title next to him? Not yet. I sleep with a stuffed fox. We all sleep with different things. It's not weird. Oh, big slap across the chest. Oh, battering blows from challenger champion. He telegraphed that one. Wait, a block. No one better with their striking capabilities than that of the 880 champion. Firing up right now is the gutter phenomenon. sec, 2. There's a little delay there. K-Rob making sure that BSJ's shoulders were on the mat, and I think that little stutter step there, that little extra time may have cost K-Rob the championship.
Yeah, I don't know how you can prepare to go up against somebody like Kristian Robinson. I mean, again, he does things that basically nobody else on the 880 wrestling roster does. Able to dodge those strikes, with that Matrix-like maneuver. But like you said, there's maybe a little bit slow to capitalize and go to that cover, but to his credit now, staying on Brandon.
Yeah, and I think, too, K-Rob's credit, that's the way they maybe run down the gutter phenomenon. It's been tit for tat. It's been 50-50. Hell of a main event. Oh, fireman's carry position. Oh! Got first. Oh, big clothesline, takes his head off. With all the punishment, BSJ can't make an immediate cover. Oh, just a 2 count.
So the match will continue, and again, are we seeing long-term effects from all of the punishment that Brandon St. James has absorbed, from the cage match with Jamie Jamison to some of his other death match endeavors? I mean, he's a fighting champion, but certainly someone who fights as often and as violently as Brandon St. James, he could be on borrowed time here.
I think absorbed is the key word, because pain is what BSJ absorbs to even maybe power himself up a bit. Big elbow. Oh. You blink and you miss it. Oh! Certainly on the Warriors' path right now is the challenger. Wait a sec. Flying skater boy! Maybe your computer screen's at home. Kristian quick to recover. He knows the title can't change hands on the outside, so he throws Brandon back in.
Great awareness there by Robinson. Like you said, knows exactly the only place he can win the title, and now just stalking the champion.
Setting up for that hidden blade, maybe. BSJ had that well scouted, moved out of the way. Wait a sec. Planted down, 2 and oh! 2 count. Boy, oh boy. I think that answers your questions, Paul, about the readiness of our champion. Frustration beginning to seep in from K-Rob.
Again, Robinson has to be careful about wrestling using raw emotion here. It can make him certainly more mistake prone. He's been very strategic up to this point. You see a little bit of a delay there.
Big Psycho knee. Pulling out something new from his bag of tricks. Is that going to be it? Just a 2 count. Boy.
I'm not sure if it was frustration or self-doubt or somewhere in the middle there, but K-Rob hesitated for a brief second there, and it was enough for Brandon St. James to capture some momentum back.
Landing on his feet every time. Just simply an individual you cannot plan for.
And it was a great sequence of offense from St. James there to get the near fall, but he hasn't really been able to capitalize on it.
I was looking for that crust cutter, tracing his steps, is Robinson. Wait a sec, torture rack position. Hey, yo! Sit at, power bomb. Wait a sec, big clash. Wait a sec, 2 and whoa! My goodness!
I was ready to hang the Kristian Robinson banner.
See that replay on that cover.
And now a crowd that's been relatively split throughout the course of this one is now maybe trying to rally behind the champion.
Yeah, he's a hometown hero at the warehouse. That ankle lock submission. I'll pull through. Uh-oh. BSA attempting to mount more offense, coming up a little slow on that ankle, allowing Kristian to capitalize. Wait a sec. Cross cutter. Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb. And what a transition. One-legged Boston Crab sitting at Kristian Robinson nowhere near the ropes, Paul.
Now look at the way that Brandon chained those moves together. But Kristian Robinson again knows this is a career-defining opportunity. He's not going to tap out. He's not going to give up that easily, and looking immediately again for that ankle lock.
I mean, he's went to this woodshed, I believe the third time, but every time he cinched it in, we could see that BSA before he could barely walk.
He was favoring his ankle. He was favoring his back. I don't know that there's a part of Brandon St. James that doesn't hurt right now. Look at the torque right there by Robinson.
Through Hellfire and back. Could this be? Wait a second. Shoulders are trapped. Shoulders are trapped. That's it. My goodness.
Here is your winner and still 880 Wrestling Champion, Brandon St. James.
One hell of a night here at the warehouse. Brandon St. James in our main event defends the 880 Heavyweight Championship against his friend for many, many years, Kristian Robinson, a perfect 3-0 record. And it's also a great night because you didn't have to get in the ring.
Yeah, in some ways it might be the best night of my career, but you can see again on the replay here, brought to you by Sidekick Media Services again, the torque on that ankle lock, but Brandon St. James here was able to roll through and get the 1, 2, 3, and now a show of respect here from these two great competitors. And the record book might show Brandon St. James 3-0 against Kristian Robinson, but I don't know that totally tells the whole story. Again, as you see, just the effects of this matchup and maybe just that wear and tear of the road, and here at 880 for Brandon St. James, what a performance from Kristian Robinson. But again, the final headline reads, and still 880 champion, Satan's favorite saint, Brandon St. James.
Thank you for spending a night with our family. From the professional Paul Michaels, I'm Toddy Tondera. Get roached.